Well, Darla here with Growing Tropical. Well, you guys, in today's video, I'm going to be putting together some Easter gift baskets. I'm really excited about doing this. I had absolutely no idea what direction that I was going to be going other than I wanted to make some Easter baskets. So I just started out in the stores and I just went from store to store to store looking at, things that I could get on sale, things that I thought were cute, things that were very Easter looking, and I just bought a menagerie of things to put together. As you can see on the table, I have so many fun things, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to use all of them, but I'm sure going to have fun picking and choosing things to use in the various baskets that I bought. Let me just brief you a little bit on what I actually got here. Over here, I've got some beautiful fuchsia. I thought these guys would be so pretty. The petals are just so bell-like and precious, and these are the pink and white colored, and I thought that was really, really springy and Easterish. And then down here, I actually bought two really pretty lavender petunias. These are always a winner, petunias. They're absolutely gorgeous, and they'll pretty much go in pretty much any container that I purchased. And then I have some beautiful sedum, and I actually found some that was already in bloom. These beautiful, beautiful yellow blooms already on the top, which I thought was really, really pretty and very Easterish looking, very festive for the holiday season. And then over to the extreme left here, I bought a lily. I have a dragon wing begonia. I have some kalanchos, which look at these kalanchos. Aren't they gorgeous? Pink, white, and yellow. Again, very Easter looking. So I just, like I said, I went absolutely crazy. But I didn't stop there with the plants that are grown in the soil. Don't ever underestimate your grocery stores, because your grocery stores really do a lot of justice to people who don't grow cut flower gardens like me. I don't really grow like a lot of like flowers that you can like cut and make arrangements out of. So the grocery stores are just phenomenal places to go for cut flowers. So I went to the local grocery store and I got some beautiful, beautiful, of course right now being Easter, they've got some really, really beautiful bouquets, and then they've got some things that are just solid as well. What I mean by that is I bought some carnations. They were just in the single bags, some beautiful pink carnations. They're just like the little tiny ones. And then I bought as well, I bought some baby's breath right here. Those are always really, really pretty fillers. And then I bought two sacks. Oh, I'm going to take these out of this water. I put them in this water so they would stay nice and fresh here while I have them outdoors, because I am doing this all outdoors. But I bought two really pretty sacks, of what are these? I'm completely drawing a blank. These are tulips. I think these are the tulips. Is that correct? Yeah, the tulips. I bought yellow, and I bought these. Actually look like a white with a little pink center, actually is what they look like to me. They're not fully opened yet, but I thought these are just so, so very pretty. And again, very, very Easter and festive. So that is what I have, and I am going to be utilizing, I'm going to be utilizing these really pretty wire containers. Now, I found these were on sale at Michael's, and I thought these were just absolutely adorable because you can utilize them. They have handles, so you could utilize them if you wanted to hang them, much like what I have back here. If you had a hook, you could just hang them like so. Very, very cute. Or if you want to, you can fold the handles down and you can just set them, rest them actually, on a tabletop, much like that. So I thought they're going to be very versatile to do with whatever, whomever I give them to can do whatever they want, which will be really, really nice. I don't know what I'm going to put in it yet, but that is to remain to be seen. So anyway, I've got three of those. And then what else did I buy? I also bought this. I thought this was absolutely adorable. I have this container right here. It's just a little container. It says Home Sweet Home. Now the bottom of it is, whole. There's no holes in it, I should say. So it will not leak. So I thought it'd be a really good candidate for the cut flowers over here, to fill it with water and put some pretty cut flowers in there. So that's probably what I'm going to use that one for. Okay, so another basket that I thought was really adorable was this little, what I call a strawberry basket. Isn't that adorable? I got this at Michael's, and they had them in a couple of different colors, but I thought the yellow just was really, really pretty. It stood out, and it's Eastery as well. So anyway, you guys, that is pretty much it for the menagerie of things that I bought. Now all I have to do is I need to figure out what plants I'm going to put in what containers. And I guess one thing that I really need to kind of stress here is obviously most of the planters that I got here, not most, but well, this one too, but this already came with a liner. But these baskets, like for example, the wire basket here, and then this small wire little basket, obviously there's, you know, holes all over it. So they need to be lined. And so what I wanted to do is a lot of times with my outdoor baskets, I do a couple of different things. When I've got them hanging outdoors, I buy the, it's like a landscape fabric or a weed barrier, I think is what it's called. And it's just it's a really inexpensive way to line your baskets. And I'm finding that it really, really works well. I've done it with several of my hanging baskets. I'm looking off to my left side because I have bougainvillea baskets that I put that weed barrier liner in. And I have been getting such good results with it. It has a really good airflow to it. Water flows through it really well. And my plants are absolutely prospering. The other way is obviously like the one behind me here. It has a cocoa liner in it. You can also line your baskets depending on how large the holes are. You can line them with a sphagnum moss. I use this a lot. What you do with this, or what I do with this, is I usually buy, like for example, this came from Home Depot, and it's just one big sack. I dump it in a bucket much like this, and I fill it full of water, and what you get is a very nice wet consistency of sphagnum moss where you can actually line your containers, and it's very, very pretty. But if you want to take it one step farther, you can do a combination of, for example, sheet moss. Now this is like a dark green, it's been colored, and what you can do is, because it comes in sheets, and this is kind of what I think I'm going to be doing on this basket right here, because I want to give it a pretty look on the outside. And even though sphagnum moss, I wouldn't necessarily say that sphagnum moss is pretty. Sphagnum moss gives it a very, I don't know, kind of a woodsy look, or maybe, I don't even know the word I want to use. It kind of just makes the planter look more, well, the green sheet moss, it's going to give it a little bit more of a cleaner appearance, whereas the sphagnum moss is going to be a little bit more messy. There you go. Sometimes I don't always know how to describe the look, but the sphagnum moss is going to be, you know, you're going to be able to see it come out, you know, of the sides here, whereas that sheet moss, it's going to lay, because I'll do it from the inside, it will lay flat up against the wire, and it'll give it more of a cleaner look, and I think it'll look really cute in the wire basket. Then you can go ahead, and once you get your basket lined, then you can go ahead and put some sphagnum moss in there to help kind of retain the moisture level, and then put a little bit of soil in there. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing with this particular basket. On this basket right here, I may just put sphagnum moss so I can show you guys the difference. And like I said, it's not really, I don't like one over the other. It's just kind of personal preference, I think, when you're doing anything. So anyway, let me go ahead and get this table cleaned off, and what we'll do is we're going to take each container one at a time, and I will just kind of show you guys what I'm going to do. I don't really know yet, so we're just going to take it one step at a time. And what we'll do is, after I get the baskets put together, I will put them up on the table, and we'll come back and take a look at them and see how pretty they look. Okay, I'm back and I'm all finished. This was a fun little project. I just absolutely enjoy putting all these beautiful little baskets together. I have to say, this was a real stretch for me because this color palette that's in front of me is not one that I'm used to. The color palettes that I'm used to are definitely much more red and orange and hot. I mean, deep yellow. I've got some yellows in here, but usually the yellows, well, this Calancho, this yellow in this Calancho, that I love that yellow right there. But the softer yellows or whatever, while I think they're very pretty, it's just not a color palette that I'm used to working with. So this was definitely something a little out of my comfort zone and kind of putting things together and matching, you know, all these pastels up. But you know, I absolutely loved it. It was such a fun little project. I don't know exactly who's going to go to or what's going to go to who, but I just hope that they enjoy, whoever gets these gifts, I hope they enjoy them as much as I enjoy putting them together. But let me just take just a few minutes to show or to talk about some of these plants. Let's start with this one right here. Excuse me. This one right here was the wire basket. Actually, there were two. The two on the end were the real soft colored, like teal colored wire baskets, and I lined them with sphagnum moss, and then I went ahead and I put some soil down inside. We have a dragon wing begonia. Now, in the beginning of this video, I did not talk about these two plants. I had some leftover sweet alyssum, and it just kind of looked like maybe it needed something on the side, so I added some sweet alyssum. And then, of course, in the back here, we have a white and we have a pink kalanchoe. And then what I did was I just thought these little signs were just so sweet with the little truck, and it says carrots on it, just to kind of pop it down in there to give it a little bit more of an Easter vibe. So, oh, and then the other thing that I did too was I'm just trying to think, on the back of this particular one, I took some Spanish moss. It was just the dark green Spanish moss, and anywhere there was soil showing, I went ahead and I just kind of tucked it in, and really it was just around the back half, because the sweet alyssum and the dragon wing, it kind of hung over just enough to where it covered that soil. So there's basket number one. And then we'll go ahead and go to this one. This is the same basket. And I did the same thing, sphagnum moss. I lined all the sides. And then I went ahead, and this one has a fuchsia plant in it. This fuchsia plant is just so pretty. I love it. Was when I first put it in, it was a little bit droopy because it needed some water, but it has thus perked itself up. But in here is a yellow kalanchoe in the back. So really and truly, you can, from either angle or all the way around the circumference of these baskets, you can see them. So I wanted to make sure that the back was as pretty as the front. So again, the kalanchoe in the back. And then again, the same thing with the sweet alyssum. I had these left over. I had some leftover white impatiens as well. So I had two of them, and I just kind of tucked them down inside there. And then I have a lavender. Isn't this the sweetest, pretty lavender flower on this petunia? But I put a petunia right in the front, and again I went ahead and I dressed all around the circumference with this green Spanish moss just to kind of cover up that dirt. And in the front I didn't need to, because this petunia is going to drape over the front eventually. And you probably noticed when I was putting all these plants, because there's a lot of plants, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants in this particular one, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this one. I was pulling the root balls apart, and I was really squishing them, and y'all, it really doesn't hurt for no longer than these guys are going to be in these baskets. I say probably maybe I don't know, maybe 2 months they will be in these baskets before they are going to have to come out, because they're just going to overgrow these little baskets. But for the time being, they should look very, very cute. And 2 months might even be pushing it, but they should fill in quite nicely. I hope so. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one. This basket right here was the little strawberry, the little yellow strawberry basket that I have. And I went ahead and I put I lined him now instead of with a sphagnum moss, because his gaps were a little bit bigger. I went ahead and put more of a sheet moss in him, and then I put some sphagnum moss down inside of it, and then I put a little bit of not topsoil, but potting mix inside, and then I put one of these, another one of these beautiful sweet petunias in here with the really pretty, oh my gosh, these little lavender blooms. They're just so sweet. I just love them. And then I thought it would be adorable. I found this cute little honeybee, and I thought it would be so cute. It has little hooks on him to just kind of hook him right in there to make him look like he is just munching down on these cute little plants. See if I can hook him in there again. I had him just so. The way it is, you can never get it back the way. There it is. And then what I did with this is I have him sitting on, not necessarily a matching plate, but I bought a really cute plate that had all these pretty little springtime colors in them that picked up this basket. That way, whenever the person waters them, that way there'll be a reservoir on the bottom, and it won't hurt whatever furniture they may put it on, whether it's on a back porch or whether it's in their home in a nice bright sunny window. It won't hurt any furniture they put it in, because the water will collect in the dish. I also bought I'm going to lift this up so you guys can see there are chargers. I have just solid white chargers that I picked up. They were very inexpensive, and that way the basket can sit right down on top. You can water it right inside or right on this charger, and that water will just kind of collect right there, and it won't ruin any of your furniture. Now the last one, and y'all, this is another thing where I'm out of my comfort zone because I'm not a flower arranger. I'm not a florist or anything like that. And so cut flowers they're kind of new for me. I've been trying to do more and more where I put like cut flowers in the house or, you know, around the holidays. I think they're beautiful, but I don't grow them as a general rule. And the flowers that are actually in here, y'all, I don't even think we could grow here in South Florida. So again, I went to my local grocery store and I found these pretty yellow, and they're a pink. Actually, these are already starting to open, but they're white with a little pink on the out. They almost have almost like a little bit of a pinky lavender color on. You guys probably can't see that, but it's like a pinky lavender on this one. And then I bought some really pretty carnations, pink carnations, and then I have some baby's breath, and I just put it down. I ran into a little bit of a snafu. The original container in the beginning of this video was a little smaller than this, and it said Home Sweet Home on it. It wasn't watertight. I should have known better. Sometimes, excuse me, sometimes those containers, they're not watertight. They're just made for decorative purposes. But this particular one that I have, I went and found another one. This one is designed for as a watering can. So it was not airtight. I keep saying airtight. It's watertight, and it's holding water very nicely. So the other one that I had, I went ahead and I put a ring of caulk around it, or a sealer, and it will dry clear in about, I don't know, probably about 24 to 48 hours. It'll dry clear. So I can put some cut flowers in there later on, which actually I had quite a few left over. I had some baby's breath and a couple of the tulips left over. So I may be able to go ahead and put them down inside that one in a couple of days. We'll just have to see. But what I basically did was I just kind of balled up some chicken wire. It was crafting wire that I bought. I just kind of balled it all up and I stuck it down inside of this watering can. That way it acts as a frog, and these flowers will stand nice and straight. But I don't think I did too bad of a job for someone who doesn't arrange flowers, but I just kind of tucked around, you know, all the baby's breath and the tulips, and just, you know, this frog, and just I added some water. I put some of that floral preserve that was in there that usually comes with it, with, you know, all the cut flowers that you buy. So I just put it down inside there, and just started putting them in there, and I think it's quite cute. So again, you guys, this was just a fun little project. I just wanted to make some really pretty Easter baskets, some to give away, maybe some to keep for myself. The only thing that I didn't get a chance to do in this video is this particular basket behind me. Let me show you what I'm going to put in there really quickly. This was definitely an impulse buy. I found this beautiful creamy yellow petunia. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, this guy is a monster. It is large and in charge. So I'm going to take this guy out of this basket that it's in, and I'm going to put it right inside of this container. It should look just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I have no idea where I'm going to hang it, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to just do that for myself while I'm putting all this together, because you got to have something for yourself too. So again, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some inspiration to go out to your local nursery or even to your grocery store and buy some really pretty color, some springtime color, and put it down inside some of these cute little gift baskets, or these little baskets that you can give as gifts. Just what a fun thing, what an absolute fun thing to do. Sometimes it's nice to be able to go out of your comfort zone to put together things out of your color palette, much like this was for me. But what a pretty group of flowers in these gorgeous little containers that we put together. So again, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will give me a thumbs up if you did, and we will plan on seeing you guys in the next video. Bye for now.